Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon. Depends on anywhere around the world you are. I remain Mark Douglas Mama. Um, Today we want to talk about the issue of black killings in America. Before that, our advice if you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, try and subscribe. Click on the notification button so that when there's a new video, you will be the first to be notified. So back to the issue. Um, what we see in America today is so bad. It's so preposterous. Things like that don't happen here in the UK, where the police use force on innocent citizens. The innocent citizen that the police are supposed to be protecting, the police are the one killing the innocent citizen. Just for instance, let's take a look at the guy that was killed in America. The guy did not resist the police, did not struggle with them, he did not fight with them, he didn't do nothing. It was alleged that he had a forged check or something. To have a forged check, even if he was caught with a forged check, is that enough for them to kill him? We all see on TV where a white guy will take a semi-automatic weapon and go to the cinema and kill up to 30, 40 people. We see how they arrest the guy. When a white guy kill people, like when the white guy do something like mass killing, police, what they do when they capture him, they put him handcuff, and before that they wear him bulletproof and take him gently into their car. And when it comes to black people, I don't know what is wrong. The way the police in America deal with black people is just almost the same with the police in Nigeria deal with their own citizens. Without provocation, in my country, Nigeria, you see police start slapping people for no just reason, beating them with sticks, with pole. They don't care. You see police smashing innocent citizens' head back home in Nigeria with stick, with metal poles. And you see injuries, the blood dripping out, and they don't even care about that. So the police brutality in America is just as similar as the one in Nigeria. How can you put a man on handcuff and lay him down? 11 years ago, when I did security training, when you put a man on handcuff to the back, you lay him on side. You lay him on his side. Because when you lay him down, chest down, his chest, his ribs, his lungs is locked. Is locked. He can't breathe properly. The airflow can't go in properly because the chest is locked. The ribs, the lungs is caged. Imagine the policeman, they put the guy down and they put his knee on his neck That video is so horrible. In fact, the video is so horrible. When you watch that video, if you're a human, you will shed tears. For 9 good minutes, the guy was shouting, he was crying, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. And there was a Chinese descendant policeman that was standing there. He was watching. He could have gone to his colleague and said, "Please remove your leg from his neck." He didn't do that. He just stand there watching. The guy was screaming, I can't breathe. He was begging the policeman, please, please. He was even calling his mom, oh mama, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. That was a murder, man. That was a murder. The other day, there was a guy also, because he was selling fake tobacco or something. I think that was in New York. They put him on chokehold too, a black guy. And the guy was also saying, he can't breathe, he can't breathe. They didn't listen to him. He died too. And what are the American authority, what are they doing about this? What is the president? What is the judicial system? What is the law enforcement? What are they doing about this? Because it is becoming too often. The other day, just a week back, there was a policeman, ex-policeman, let me put it that way. A ex-policeman and his son they were driving, and they saw a black guy jogging in the neighborhood. What they did, they stopped him and started beating him. They beat the guy to death. I think eventually they shot him. As white policeman, his son, beat up a black nigger, a black, sorry for the black American. He just beat him to death. That's not good enough. I think the American government have to do something about that, especially the person that really give them these rights, that is very, very rampant now, is the President Donald Trump. I think he is encouraging it with his white supremacy ideology. He's encouraging the killing of blacks. If you see the whole scenario happen in America, it can be likened to what happened in the Bible when you look at the book of Exodus about the children of Israel when they were in Egypt. Because the black people today in America are now in every society. They're progressing because at first, when the black people landed in America as slaves, the white people never think the black is going to get to the heights that they had today. I think that, for my own opinion, that is part of the reason. The killing. The other day, I saw a white guy holding a gun, threatening the police, pointing the gun at the police, and they were telling him, drop the gun, drop the gun, drop the gun. Up to about 6 or 5 police vehicles, telling him, drop the gun. You point the gun to them, drop the gun. That video was up to about 5 minutes or thereabouts. But if it was a black man that was having that gun with him, within 10 seconds it's gone. They won't even allow him to point the gun to them. They'll kill him. They will kill him immediately. That's the discrimination that is happening in America, which is very, very bad. Yeah, what I was saying is the history of black people in America is likened to the story of the Israelite. Because when you see the Israelite when they landed in Egypt, they started growing from strength to strength. The next thing Pharaoh did was to tell the midwife to start killing, eliminate all male child that was born of the Hebrew. From there, Moses was born. Moses was conceived in a basket and hidden in the river, and he landed in the palace of Pharaoh. What happened? They continued to grow. They just continue to grow. That's like the history of the black American. No white American think today the black will be the way they are today. Because the mindset was black as slaves. They came to America as slaves, so they will never dominate any society. They will never go to school. They are going to remain slave forever, but it has changed. I think that is part of why this, because if the president or the government of America has not given the go-ahead for the police to be killing the black people, I don't think this, what is happening now, will be happening. It's just too bad. It's too sad. How can you put your knee on the man, on a man's neck? You block his windpipe for 9 minutes. He was screaming, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. You didn't even listen to him. You didn't even listen to him. Huh? Even some of the policemen, they have to condemn that act. They condemn that act seriously. Let me play you one video very quick. Where you see a fellow policeman condemning what those fellow did. Huh? When you see before you know it now, you start seeing a war between America's citizen and the police. It will soon get to that stage where they will be engaging each other. It will be a third world war inside America, not even outside, not with any other nation. The way it's going. This is too sad. Very, very bad, man. Just listen to this video. What's going on Facebook Live? As I promised, this is the police officer. I was going to go live around 6:30 and go ahead and speak on Mr. George Floyd. It's a difficult thing to deal with. I had to pray for strength all day long, y'all. All day long. And like I said, I didn't really sleep much last night because I know it was over 800 people that sent me that video. And I know I spent time being with family and friends. And I waited till I got home, till I got settled down, and I watched it before I went to bed. And that just totally ruined my day. Imagine. Before I get started, guys, and some of you all are new to my page and whatnot, a lot of you all know me by now. I don't bite my tongue on anything.
I do get a lot of trolls from time to time that think otherwise. They say, well, hey, Deputy Woodard, why aren't you outraged? You don't know if I'm outraged or not, because evidently I am. I'm very pissed off. Hey, Deputy Woodard, you got a platform. Why don't you use it and stop sitting on the fence and start, if they're going to do this to us, why don't you do it to them? I'm not that kind of person. I don't fight fire with fire, and I don't bring hate into my page. I don't fight people with hate. But you need to talk to some of your fellow officers or whatever, tell them to stop killing people. People don't understand. Every cop, every police officer does not know every police officer. I don't know any of those police officers up there in Minneapolis. Okay, I know police officers in my department, and we have a lot of good officers that I work with. I haven't seen them do anything wrong, and then they're getting blamed because just because of the color of their skin. Well, just like today, one of them came to me and said, "Woodard, heard what happened. I saw the video, but I didn't do anything like that, and people, are attacking me and stuff like that. Man, and I even showed them some of the video that happened today, and they were disgusted by it. So, I know people say things like, well, you're probably one of the ones who just stand around and do nothing when you see your coworker doing wrong. I have some very good coworkers. I can't speak for other people in other departments, but I can speak for Brian Woodard. These words coming out of this mouth is not any other department out there. I'm only speaking for myself. I'm speaking for Brian Woodard. Now, some people might like what I have to say. Some people might not. They might not like it, and that's okay, because you have a choice to whether you want to stay or turn the page.
Yeah.
Now, I watched that video of Gregory Floyd, and it is hurtful.
George
He
Floyd
should still be alive today.
Yes.
He should still be alive today.
Yes.
There shouldn't be any reason in the world why his mother and his family should have to bury him, because he should still be alive. Yes, I'm saying it. And I'm not really hurt as a black man. I'm not hurt as a businessman. I'm not even hurt as a policeman. I'm hurt on the inside from what I saw as a human.
Yes.
Just like Gregory Floyd. Just like Mr. George Floyd. Mr. Floyd was human.
Yes. You don't deserve that treatment.
A human being whose life was taken senselessly. Now, on this page, I have a lot of joy. I have a lot of happiness. I like to build that bridge between the community and law enforcement. But it is so hard when you have these stupid cops that get out there and mess it up for all of us. Mess it up for the ones who are actually out here trying to work and provide for their families and do their job.
Yes.
I wrote some of these words down from what I heard in the video, and I thought about this all day. From the words that were coming out George Floyd's mouth. I'm about to die.
Yeah.
There was a man in the audience on the curb that was saying, man, look, y'all don't handle him that way, because I had a friend of mine, he died just like that when the police was doing this to him and doing that to him. And Mr. Floyd said the same things. Well, I'm about to die the same.
Imagine.
He said that. He also said, I can't breathe. My face. Just get up. I can't breathe. Please, your knee is in my neck.
Imagine.
And then to hear a grown man, knowing that he's helpless, call for his mother.
No, that was too bad.
Mama, mama. And some of you ladies who have children, you know how hard it is when your child is in need or if they're hurt and they're calling your name, and sometimes you might not get to it right away. It does something to you on the inside.
It was in a helpless situation.
He also said, my stomach hurts. My neck hurts.
Come on.
Everything hurts. Look at the video. These are the words that are coming out of this man's mouth on the ground. Please, please, officer. Please, please. I can't breathe, officer. I believe his last words were, I cannot breathe. Do you know how hard it is to try to continue to try to bring peace and love in a community when you still have a lot of rotten apples and bad apples? It is very hard. And I'm going to say it. Some people do not need to be in law enforcement.
At all.
It's an embarrassment.
Yes, the embarrassment.
But I'm not worried, because God is going to deal with those. God is going to definitely deal with those. And then the crazy officer that's standing out there looking stupid in the middle of the street. Yes, I said it, looking stupid They're telling him, look what you're doing. You're hurting him. He can't breathe. And the thing that comes out of his mouth is, oh, well, that's what you shouldn't do. Don't do drugs. I don't care what kind of drugs this man was doing. I don't even know if he was actually on drugs or not. I don't care.
He was not on drugs.
He was on drugs,
he didn't do drugs.
I don't care if he was doing crack. I don't care if he was shooting up. I don't care if he was even smoking weed or snorting cocaine. Does that mean that his life is worthless? No, it does not.
No.
Does that mean he's less of a person because he was made mistakes or he had something in the system? No, it does not.
No.
People act like they get so high and mighty that they forget where they come from. There's a lot of people who have crazy problems in their family too. Like drug, I have them in my family.
Yeah.
Do I have people who have smoked crack in my family? Yes, I have.
See?
Do I have people that smoke weed in my family? Yes, I have. Yes, I do.
See?
Do I have people who've had drug problems and alcohol problems or whatever problems? Yes, I'm saying that as also I have that in my family as well too. But that does not mean that I sit there and I look down on them and thinking that their life is worthless and their life is lesser than life that I have. Like their life is more, like my life is more important than them. No. Who do some of these people think they are? When they get in some of these high positions and they think they're doing well and they're making money and they wear a badge and whatever the case might be, some people are wearing it the wrong reasons because they forget where they come from. Our job is to serve and protect the community.
Yes.
That's what we're supposed to do.
Yes.
And a lot of people that get in these offices or get in these positions, they forget that. They act like their life is just petty. I don't care what this man was on. They can say whatever. I don't care if they said he was on sandpaper. He was still loved by somebody.
Yes.
He was still loved by somebody, y'all.
Yes. So
from what I saw, when I showed some of my officers that that I'm friends with and that I work with, when they saw the video today, even of the opposite race, even the white, they said, "What? That's just plain murder. Why would they do that?"
Murder.
Yes, it is.
That's murder.
Plain murder. Plain murder. What I saw in that video, guys, was disturbing.
So disturbing.
A lot of people don't know this, but
so
coming up as a young teenager, I used to work in a funeral home. And thank you and kudos to John Beckwith, who owns the Golden Gate Funeral Home in Dallas, Texas. He took me up under his wing. And back when I used to work the morgue at a young age, I've seen people come in there all kinds of ways. Cut up, shot up, dead, cancered out, whatever the case might be. That man's eyes got really big in that camera while he was laying on the ground, just like this, and then they relaxed. He died at the scene. He died at the scene.
Yeah.
He took his last breath on Facebook Live.
Imagine.
Could you imagine how his family feels if his family saw that? They saw it.
Oh, sad.
And there's nothing they could do about it right then and there.
That's too bad.
Minutes went by. This officer still has his knee inside this man's neck. You know how hard concrete is in the street? You putting your body weight on it? More time went by. He still has his has his knee in this man's neck. The paramedics even get there. The paramedics get there. He still has his knee in this man's neck. You even see a paramedic come to check his pulse. The officer's knee is still in this man's neck, y'all. The only time he gets up is when they pick up his lifeless body.
Yeah.
Death had already settled in and taken over. And of course, none of those people out there were doctors. Because everybody knows, even if you die at some scenes, you still get pronounced dead at the hospital. A doctor has to pronounce you dead. I saw death right there. Because I've seen death at a young age and as a police officer. But I've seen it first when I was younger. I know how death looks in the face. And what's so disturbing about it is there are people that wanted to help. Don't get me wrong. People on the sidewalk tell, hey, look at them. They're telling this officer, and you still have your thumb behind with this with your knee in the guy's neck while he's lifeless on the ground. So already gone. Death is already taken over. But it's sad that people wanted to go ahead and help and they couldn't. They could not help because they were afraid. That officer took his mace out. Hey, get back there. It's just like a spider catching his lunch.
Imagine.
You better not come near it, or a dog getting his lunch. If you come near what the dog already has in his mouth, guess what? He's going to growl at you. I've seen a lot of stuff on Facebook. I've seen a lot of stuff in the street. I've dealt with a lot of stuff throughout my whole life, but I have never seen something so heinous just like that. So demonic. And like I said, I don't care what that man has done. When you have your hands behind your back and you're face down, ladies and gentlemen, you can pass out and not wake up. We learned that in the academy. It's called positional asphyxiation.
I learned that in the security training too.
For those who are police officers on this page, corrections officer, especially corrections, jailers, people who's working prisons, prison guards, you all learned about positional asphyxiation because I taught it. I ran the academy when I worked for the state jail. I used to be a correctional officer as well. We had a whole course talking about positional asphyxiation. Because when you're face down and your arms are behind your back, your chest, your rib, your lungs need to expand so you can breathe.
That's right, just said.
By you being combined and bound and face down with your hands behind your back, it's hard to get oxygen. It's hard for your lungs to expand.
Your rib is locked at that very moment.
So one thing that we've always learned, well, if you and I've learned it myself. If you ever get a criminal, if you catch him, if you put him down and handcuff him, and he's detained, roll him over to his side so positional asphyxiation will not occur. It says the same thing every book. If you get into combat with somebody or a fight, when you take him to the ground and place him on the ground, place hand restraints on him, which are handcuffs, roll him over to his side so positional asphyxiation will not occur. Even if he's combative or he's fighting or whatever the case might be, if you have care, custody, and control of that person, he's already restrained, roll him over to his side or put him on his behind so positional asphyxiation will not occur. Look it up. That's something that you should know. That's something that those officers should have known. Positional asphyxiation. There it is right there, guys. Google it. It's a form of asphyxia, which occurs when someone's position prevents the person from breathing adequately. Positional asphyxia may be a factor for people who die suddenly in a hogtie restraint, either by police or prisons or correctional officers, military or healthcare. That's one of the reasons why you don't see police officers and law enforcement agencies. Remember back in the day, they used to hogtie people, put their hands behind their back, and if they're combative, they tie their legs up behind their back with it too. You can't do that anymore because people kept passing away. It's called positional asphyxiation. Look it up. And the other part about it, you have officers there that know this. That makes it so bad for all of us. And you know this. And that crazy officer just standing there looking stupid knows this. And you think it's okay. It's not okay. All these officers out here trying their best to be all that they can be and work hard and take care of their family and have to come back and deal with this. And I say that because I deal with it. I'm not one of those kind of officers. I treat people with dignity and respect. And I do teach at the academy from time to time. And I don't care what subject I teach at the academy. I tell the cadets all the time, remember, if there's anything that you must do or that you must not forget, is always remain humble, because there's somebody's mother you're dealing with, somebody's brother you're dealing with, somebody's uncle, somebody's cousin, somebody's son, somebody's daughter, whatever. Somebody loves that person who you're dealing with.
Yeah.
It's important to be humble all the time. And it's sad that even when I was pulling people over from time to time, some people, they got relaxed when they saw me. I pulled a person over one time and, oh, thank God it's you. That should tell you something. Well, this officer is going to do the right thing. I don't have anything to worry about. You've gotten to that point. Let me tell you all one quick thing. I had a similar situation in Dallas. Okay, this guy was, I don't know what he shot up. They said it was methamphetamine or speed, or whatever it was. Anyway, we got in a fight in the middle of the street in full uniform. I'm fighting this guy. I'm by myself. I didn't have a partner with me at the time. I maced this guy. I even batoned him. Yes, I did. but he would not go down. I'm not Superman. This does not make you Superman. What did the people do? The public, they started taking their phones out and started to record me. Nobody would help. Everybody sees that, hey, I'm trying not to do any kind of harm to this man. And I laid on him, on his back, until the sheriff's department got there, until the police department got there, because I could not fight anymore. Had I had shot that young man, it would have been another thing about, oh, it's an unarmed shooting, or he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to do this. There's certain things, officers, that you can do to prevent a lot of these things.
Yep.
Sometimes we're placed in bad decisions and bad situations, and I understand that. But for me, I remember like it was yesterday, I took a risk that day. And I ended up going to the grand jury. And one of the questions that they asked me, some officers know what I'm talking about. The grand jury, where you used to have these tables and rows of people sitting before you, it's two levels, one level and two level, and they're throwing questions at you back and forth, back and forth. And one of the questions was, well, Deputy Woodard, if your life was in danger, which it was, because we saw this video and we saw this and we read the statements from people and whatever, how could you not, why did you not use deadly force? And my simple answer was, because I laid on top of him and I held on because I knew help was coming until help arrived. Sometimes you have to make the right decision. Now, could that be justified? Could I have done something? It could have went either way. But I love people too much. Some people that have problems with drugs and things like that, I still love them. Yes, they're still our people. Regardless of what race they are, they're still loved by somebody. And that's when I talk about power. Because a lot of people have certain powers and they abuse it. God gave us all power. He gave us our own individual power. Everybody on this page, how many people watching? About 8,000 people, 8.2 thousand people watching. God gave everybody a type of power on this page by hand, single. He gave you power, you power, you power. And it's about how you use it.
Yes.
Even back in the Bible days, he gave certain ones power. God gave Samson power. He gave him the power of strength. He gave David power. The power of being fearless with a slingshot to take on a giant. He gave Noah the power of obedience and do what I say, because he built that ark and he listened.
Yes.
God gave Moses power and a staff to divide the Red Sea. That's unimaginable.
Exactly.
God even gave his son power to come down here and die on the cross for you. He even gave him power to raise the dead, to raise Lazarus, to make the blind man see, to turn the water into wine, to die for you, so because he loved you that much.
It's too bad.
A lot of people don't know what to do with the power that they have. Even nowadays in time, you got Martin Luther King, when he marched, God gave him the power of speech to bring people together in a good voice. Pure love. Non-violence. He gave him that power, because some people can't hold on. They just want to be violent, violent, violent. And I understand how some people feel. You go down the list. Gave the president power of state, power over America, power to make this decision, power of that decision. Governors, mayors, elected officials. He gave them power to make certain decisions for powerful people. Let me get out on the pastors, y'all. Pastors and preachers. He gave them power to be powerful leaders to the flocks that are lost. Teachers, I can go on and on. Scientists, the powers of knowledge. People who work in restaurants, cooks, chefs, gave them the power to put a lot of things together that we want to think of just to make it taste good. You go on down the line, firefighters, dentists, people working in stores. Everybody has a certain type of power that God gave them.
Yes, everybody have their power.
Then we come down to what the situation is now with police officers. God gave us power too. Blessed are the peacemakers. He gave us the power to not be afraid and to put our life on the line. He also gave us the power of arrest and authority to keep people safe. But some of those powers that some of these officers have, they're abusing it.
They're abusing it. The power that those police officers have, they are abusing it. especially in Nigeria. They are abusing it. In Nigeria of today, you cannot see a youth walking on the street with a laptop, even with an empty laptop bag. The police are after him. What do you have in your laptop? It's not supposed to be so. We've seen on the news countless times the Inspector General of Police in Nigeria would say, oh, police are not supposed to search your phone, but will you be with a policeman traveling from Lagos to Benin or Lagos to Kaduna or whatever in the middle of the highway, huh? In the middle of the motorway, there's no one, you see bushes everywhere, and the policeman say, I want to search your phone. And you say no, you're as good as a dead man. Those things have to stop. You see those that call themselves SARS, the way they kill people every day in Nigeria, they kill people as if they're chicken. No accountability, nothing. Those things have to stop. And you see the way the people of America, the people of Minnesota, the way they're speaking in one voice. Because they are tired. They're tired of the police killing the black. They are tired. You can see everywhere the riot, the protest. In New York, there's protests. In LA, there's protests. Because they are fed up. You cannot continue to kill black people like that. You cannot continue. It's too sad, man. The same thing happening in Nigeria. It's too bad. The president, they have to look into all this. The government have to look into all this before everything will go out of hand. I'm telling you sincerely, before everything will go out of hand, the government have to look into this. that video was so horrible. It was so horrible, man. How can you put your knee on a grown man's neck for 9 minutes? For 9 minutes. Now, that video was horrible. Well, I'm gonna call it today anyway. Tomorrow is another day. And thank you for watching, and I will advise you subscribe. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Matt Douglas and Mama. It's called Common Sense TV Show. And click on the button, the icon button, so that whenever I load a video, you'll be the first to get it. So on this note, and invite other people, share it, share the YouTube link, share it everywhere so that others will also come and watch and subscribe. There will be more interesting topic to be there with in the community. I say thank you all and God bless.